Well, this is perfect, isn't it? It's a stream running by here, the golf course, the practice area. It's an ideal situation. This was the original home right here, set on this lot, and when I was a young boy, I planted these trees. I planted that one and that other one over there, and that was in the early 30s. We had a garden here. We raised pigs and chickens and lived here my early life. The early days, it was the farmhouse for what was this farm, which eventually we built the golf course on. Our maintenance building was just over here to the left, where my father worked all his life and maintained the golf course. That was the Fordson. That was the old tractor with the steel wheels, and this was where my father worked on it all. In the summer, he used it to maintain the golf course, and he never left. He stayed there the rest of his life. He was 72 when he passed, and he was still here. I bought it in the early 70s from the owners who were Latrobe Steel Company. Steel business was slow, and they decided that they better do something about the golf course and the area, so they asked me if I would like to keep the golf course, and they sold it to me under a pretty good set of circumstances. And of course my father then worked for me for a short time before he retired. I think it's a fun golf course. It's very challenging in that it's not extremely difficult, but it's challenging in that it's very narrow. The fairways are all very tree-lined, and it requires very good shot making, straight shot making, and the greens are usually pretty fast. They run about 12 on the stint, and that means that you got to really play pretty good, and you got to know how to putt. When we built the golf course, we had to have bridges across the streams, and my father thought it would be a great thing to build these bridges, and of course they now, or then really, substituted for wood brain shelters, and it was covered bridges, and it was a great idea, and it's worked since the beginning. What else is here and underneath this property are coal mines. This is soft coal country, where the coal mines used to be for the steel industry. Well, we're on the 18th hole, about where the tee shots would land in the fairway, and this statue of my father came from a pine tree, and the pine tree was, I was on the truck when we brought it from Indiana, PA, and planted it here many, many years ago. And of course, after about 50, 60 years, the pine tree died, and I had a woodcutter come up, and he sawed this statue of my father in the trunk of the tree, and it was sort of a memento to my dad, who spent his entire life here at Latrobe Country Club, and of course we put him here to oversee the 18th hole, which I'm sure if he knows, he would enjoy the position that he has taken over the years. I just hope it lasts a few more. We continue to strive to keep the club much the same as it was for all the years that he was here. He and his buddies, Harry Saxman and Mark Saxman, and they're the people that I eventually bought the club from, and they, plus my father, would still enjoy all the things that are happening here. This is my home, and it will be a part of our family forever.